What's up, family? I'm back at it again. I'm going to drop another clip here on you guys on Christianity with my sister here from Africa, Dr. Mabombe. Sister knows her stuff. Deep sister. She's bringing on the new earth that we're going into, like I said before. She's bringing on like Jesus did not exist. And I keep telling you guys you don't say amen because amen is a ruthless man-made God that killed a whole bunch of people because they did not worship him. So when you say amen, you're giving reference to a man-made God. You can say Ashe. But if you don't know, you don't know. Just grabbing some knowledge on you guys. Now here, she's bringing on Christianity and why you should not really celebrate holidays or the Christ of Jesus because he did not exist. Now, we know the year 325 AD, where you had the Council of Nicaea, where all the popes came together and wrote the Bible. We know that. That is written in our history. It's called the Council of Nicaea, 325 AD, where all the popes came together and write the so-called Bible. We also know that it's 82 books that was taken out of the Bible. We also know the book of Enoch is not in there. I mean, a lot of stuff that we're supposed to know, we being watered down not to know. Just like the English language is the English language is a lower vibration. That's why they tell you when you go to school, you're going to spell, you're doing a spelling. You spelling, they're putting a spell on you. You know what I mean? And that's why English have so many words sound the same, like the ear, your here, sounds the same but spelled different. You know what I mean? Like there, and there. They, there, there. They all sound the same, but they spell different because English is a very, very low vibration. That's why it keeps you down in stupidity. Anyway, not you guys. I'm just speaking in general. I don't call people stupid. I don't do that. No. That's why it keeps even me. Because a lot of stuff I don't really know. I'm just trying to remember what I forget. Anyway, let me grab a little clip here on my sister and take some notes, folks. I love you guys. Peace out. One love.
Has fallen, Babylon is collapsing and is literally reaching at straws to try and convince the people whose energy they need to run things that they're still running. But the one question that I've gotten throughout 2022, of course, with my blockbuster hits, Jesus never existed, the story of Jesus is fake and all that, and I've gotten so many questions about
I do not own the copyrights of the video. This video is for informational purposes only.
And am I the Antichrist and all this nonsense, fam?
Sorry, folks. I do not own the copyright of the video. The video is for informational purposes only. Here we go. Keep it moving.
And I'd actually asked myself that. And for me, it comes down to the fact that I know that religion was a military operation. There are even quotes, because you see, before Babylon invaded us, they sent spies, these guys who have written stories, the Columbuses of this world, who studied every nation. And the one thing they said is that we were a spiritual people. We were deeply spiritually, and we were deeply connected to Mama Nature, and things seemed to happen miraculously for us. And we had very advanced civilization, advanced government systems, where for us, many of our nations operated on consensus, where everyone agreed, no matter how long it took. It wasn't this democracy of like, if 50% agree, then we go, 51% agree, we go their way, and we ignore 49% of the community. We didn't operate like that. That's like a very lower level. There's even a South African high priest who I heard saying, gosh, I can't remember his name right now, and he was like, we stopped to write because writing is like a lower vibrational, lower level civilization trait. And so the way you know that people are backward is when they're still writing things. They haven't reached the stage of telepathy and consciousness and just knowingness, where you don't need to write stuff down. And that's how you can know that.
Let me pause out there and say this. If you literally think about telepathy, how we actually use it, not consciously, because you will think about some person that you haven't heard in a while, and the phone liable to ring. Damn, I was just thinking about you. I was just this minute thinking about you, because we use that, but not consciously. Or you will want to buy a car, and you have a particular car in mind, And every day you can see that same character, like, boom, you're like, before you enter the car. Or you want a coat, a special coat. And then you're thinking about the coat or the jacket, whatever. And then you go to the store like, damn, I was just thinking about buying this coat. See, because your mind is a very, very intelligent thing. And once you use it wisely, that's why I always tell myself, if a mind tell me not to do something, I don't do it. I don't do it. If my mind tell me don't do something, I do not do it. Because your mind will never put you wrong. If the women go with intuition and gut feelings, women got gut feelings. So if their stomach tell them don't do something, or they feel something about bad to happen if they go to a certain person's house or hang out with certain people, they have a gut feeling first. We have intuition. We all do, but we don't be aware of how it actually works until it actually happens when you think about something and it appears, or you sit there and say, I was just thinking about that. Anyway, folks, I don't want to keep rambling. Let me keep going. Hang on.
Incredible damage the character and narrative of Jesus has done. Yes, there may have been a teacher. Every nation had their teachers, their prophets, their messiahs, their gurus, their gods. A lot of the gods that people so-called worshipped or wanted to commune with were humans who were able to activate themselves and become like gods on earth, and they were literal incarnations of God on earth. But the intention of creating a character called Jesus is because the Catholic Church and the Pope, they looked at all the indigenous nations and they recognized that all indigenous nations had that belief in a Messiah, in a great teacher. And at every stage of the evolution of the community, a great one would manifest to heal, to restore, to advance the people. And how do you stop the people from advancing? By blocking off these avatars, by blocking off these messiahs, by blocking off these chosen ones, by telling the greatest lie of all, that Jesus is the only chosen one that has ever come, the only Son of God.
Yeah, right.
That is a big fat lie.
Exactly.
And it's done so much damage because the Most High continues to send us, his sons and his daughters, to liberate us. He continues to send us messiahs with the codes, with a higher consciousness, with incredible power to elevate us. Until this day, family, please check out the show I did called Black Jesus. Till this day, they're still annihilating those people. Anyone they see with special gifts, they try and either, initiate you into the satanic Luciferian order, or they take you out, or they make you sick. There is so much money.
Hang on, folks. Let me drop a little bit of my knowledge. I think I posted a video a couple of years back about this guy that is actually a real Jesus. Well, Black Jesus, really. And he was healing people, walking on water, turning water into wine. An African black guy. African guy, for real story, for real, no BS. And the Pope heard about him, and they went to talk to him nicely, and they hold him, put him in a helicopter. They cut his head off and drop the body down. Okay, when the helicopter land, he was right in front of the helicopter. Like, what the? For real? They take his body up. This is no BS. They take his body and cut it in small pieces and spread it all over the country. He appeared in the Vatican again, and he said to them, okay. He said, right, so he said, okay. I can see that you guys don't want me here. That's fine. That's perfectly okay. I'm going to leave. And like I said before, they cut his body up in small pieces. When they went back to the Vatican, the man appeared right there, everything intact. These suckers could not believe it. The guy says, I can see you guys don't want me to be here. That is fine. That is okay. I'm going to leave. But I'm going to tell you guys this. The friends and the rest that's coming after me, they ain't leaving. And they're worse than me. Not in a bad sense. I mean, they don't take BS. He says, the rest that's coming behind me, I'm going to leave. He said, yeah, I'm going to leave. I'm going to go back where he came from. But the rest that's coming behind me, you don't want to mess with them. And he gets disappeared. So what she's saying makes a lot of sense. We have a lot of healers, a lot of people that deep spiritual people. And what they do, they take them out. They take them out. Anytime you want to wake our people up, they will always take you out. Marcus Garvey, Muhammad Ali, Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, who else? Mega Eggers, Khalid Muhammad. Keep the name keep going and going, folks. Anyway, hang on, let me keep it going.
On levels we don't understand, they've been blocking these avatars. And then they've worked extra hard to make sure that the people these avatars are sent to, the people these gods and these messiahs are sent to, can't receive them because they don't even believe they exist, and they'll even see them as the Antichrist, as someone demonic, as someone who has come to destroy them when they've actually come to resurrect them and restore them. And that's why this Jesus narrative is so diabolical, family. Because black avatars have continued to come, but they've been blocked. And they've blocked their own Mzungu ones. Although, trust me, they'd rather have a Mzungu face to a Jesus character or to a Messiah or to an avatar than a black face, which is why they keep trying to make their people the face of the, of the revival, of the restoration, of what is coming. Like recently, people were telling me to talk about this Ishmael something character who has come out of nowhere, and suddenly he has all the codes and he's talking to the Galactic Federation and peace, love, and unity, and we're all gonna make it. But he doesn't look like me, so I have to know at this point that that's not my narrative. Right?
Okay then. Okay then.
But the problem with Jesus' family is he's not the only one that has come. If he even came, versions of him came, yes. Not the way they describe him, though. They distorted that image, and that's what I was saying about how there was a meeting that was held in Nicaea or something like that, where they created this Bible. There were over like 600 books, but they picked like 66. The books that talk about dragons and fairies and the astral realm and how to get into the astral realm and how to protect yourself from the demonic realm. All of those books are in the Vatican. Even Enoch, who had talked about giants and all these things.
I just said that. Just said that. Hang on, folks. Hang on. Now, folks, now you should know it is that when Alexander the Great, not the Great, he wasn't great. When Alexander the Great went into Africa and he burned the library down. He burned the whole library down and took out all the books he wanted and flee, because he didn't want us to know who we really are. So that's what they always do. They always go into where they have the black history, like when they went into Iraq and bomb Iraq. The first thing they says to tell the Americans, do not destroy the library. Do not destroy the museum. That's the first thing they do. Anything and take out what they want to take out and destroy everything. It's because they want to keep us them down in their reality. Now, we have to think that their reality is all distraction, not ours. No, don't forget, there's two worlds merging. You want to be in the third dimension or you want to be in the fifth dimension. Change your way of thinking, change your thoughts, because your thoughts create your reality. So they want you to think that everything, like the lady has said in the video watch, I posted something about we got 5 years left and I had to change it. Because when I thought about it, me and my friend from Chicago, Charlie, when we thought about it, we said, no, that is in their reality. The 5 years that they said that we have left to survive on this planet is in their reality. Shift our narrative and move to reality where we want to live in love and peace. Like, I can go on and on. I don't like to mumble. Anyway, you get the picture. I'll give you a couple more minutes on this video here, folks, and then I'm going to cut it short, and then you can check it out for yourself. She's in Africa. Very knowledgeable lady. All right, folks, hang on.
But then in the New Testament is where now, that's why they call it the New Testament. They were trying to gather people's consciousness by having everyone kind of agree on the Old Testament and then transition people into their narrative, which is the so-called New Testament. And their whole idea, because even if you look, there's different gods in the Bible, they have different characters. And all of a sudden we get this New Testament God, the new God, who is all about turn the other cheek, I only sent one son, and he shall return. And so people are in this perpetual waiting for the return of Jesus. Every generation thinks they're in Revelations and it's the end of time. And that's been the danger of Jesus, is it's blinded people to the healers, to the prophets, to the messiahs. to the golden.
All right, folks, I'm going to cut it short. As you, like I said before, do your own research. I'm just giving you little snippets of what you're supposed to know and stay focused. Be loving and kind and giving and caring and humble, respectful and gratitude. Always show gratitude. Always be loving and kind. Until then, folks, love you guys. Peace out, one love.